Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to harvest sage and turn this into dry herbs to keep for a long time and to use whenever you need them in your kitchen. So sage are very beautiful plants with these nice large leaves here. Some are thinner, those are the different varieties. I think these are the more common one, which has rounder leaves, and it appeared to have sort of like some kind of fur on the leaves. And they're a very nice plant, very aromatic, easy to grow. They can withstand very warm temperature and also very cold temperature. So last year this whole bed froze over, and I thought these things were gonna die, but they came back and making really great progress, and now I have a ton of sage to use. So for harvesting, you can take whatever you need by just simply cutting leaves like so. Just take what you need, and as you can see, the small leaves that are on each of the node, as soon as you cut each of those leaves, they would actually grow back, and then you have more harvest. Sage is also a very easy type of herbs to propagate. So if you want to make more sage by propagation, you can cut lower onto the branch, and I will show you that as we go through. So I'll go ahead and harvest a really nice good stem here. So we'll cut a big chunk of it off like so, and then I'll show you what to do next. So let me go ahead and harvest some more. And as you can see, there are more of the small shoots down there. So as soon as you cut these, they will focus the energy on growing some of those over there. So don't be afraid to cut them. As long as you don't cut them all the way to the bottom, allow some of the nodes to remain where the leaves are shooting out, then they will be okay. Like for example, this one here, I'm just going to cut near the top and allow the bottom to grow. Here. This one as well. Okay, that's a good amount here. So look at our plant now. It's much smaller, but don't worry, these will shoot out more, and then it will come back for more harvest later in the summer. So let's go ahead and come inside, and then we'll wash this up and prepare it. Alright, before we wash the herbs, what I normally do is remove these dead leaves here. Those are really not good. So it's easier to take it out when it's still dry. So we'll remove all of this before we wash the herbs up. Okay, let's go ahead and throw this in the sink and wash it. Alright, the sage is nice and clean now, so we're going to go ahead and pick the leaves up and prepare this for drying. And what I have here is just a container with paper towel here to absorb the excess water. And once it's dry a little bit, we're going to put it into a brown paper bag and allow it to air dry for a few days. So you can either just pick the leaves off like so, or you can use scissors to cut it off. And these smells really good, and it'll make your fingers smell too, so you can use this or gloves or whatever you like. So you can cut these leaves off like so. And then for the rest, what I usually do is I would propagate this for new plants so that I can grow it, or I can give it to friends and family. And to propagate, it's very simple. You just want to clean off the bottom layer. Just pick out all of these here, because that part is going to go in water, and leave around that much, and kind of like cut this at a 45-degree angle. That way it has a nice area to place in water, so it can take up the water to keep itself alive. And then you get a plastic bottle, uncap it, and then just cut it out. And then we're going to add some water right out of the faucet, like so. And then we're going to put the stem in. You want this much underwater. If there's just too much water, pour it out. Make sure just this much. Don't have the water touch these node sections here, because that wouldn't be too great, because it could rot the plant. So that's all the water you need. So there you go, that much water, and this is what it looks like. So we'll do a few, because that would guarantee your success. And we'll do this one as well. Pick up all of the leaves, and you can leave those little ones here. That's fine. And then make sure to cut it at a 45-degree angle. If the branch look kind of dead or something, cut it higher, so that if you can see these are not too good. You want a good part of the branch, the one that is still alive. So we'll cut it a little higher up. You see that? It's all nice and green. That's what you want. So then we'll strip some of these out. Like that. Remember, make sure that nice and green here. If it's brown, that means the stem is no longer good, so the propagation would not work. So there you have it. So let me go ahead and finish this up and add a few more to the propagation, so that I can secure the success, and then we'll come back. Okay, I have completed taking all the leaves off, and then I'm gonna let this sit here for a day and to allow it to dry, and then we'll move on with the next process. And then here are the propagated branches. I have quite a few, because you always want to do more than one, just in case. So we'll come back once there's progress, and then I will show you. Okay, all of the water has been absorbed out of the leaves, and I have thrown the paper towel away. And these leaves are ready to be placed inside a paper bag. So we're just gonna go ahead and put them all in here. Okay, and they will remain there for a few days to allow to dry. I'm going to leave this on my counter to air dry, and then we'll come back once there's progress and I will show you. Alright, today has been exactly 8 days, and my sage are pretty much nice and dry. So let's take it out of the bag. Look at how much is left from a lot of sage that we have early in the video. They're very nice and crunchy now, as you can see. You can just take them and break them, and you can see how crunchy they are. So the sage leaves are very nice and thick, so they do take much longer to dry. I have left this in my garage area, because in the garage it can get very nice and warm. And so that kind of speed up the drying process a little bit. So here I have all my sage leaves ready to use. So when I need to use them, I usually just cut a few leaves like so. Just use a scissor and cut it like that. It's pretty nice and crunchy. But I like to keep them whole like that. When I store them, you can use a large jar or anything of that sort, and then you just throw them in like that. Because some recipe call for the whole leaf, so that's why I leave it. And also you can put it in your tea. So that's usually how I store this. And let me show you the propagated branches. So here they are after 8 days. They're still nice and alive, and a few of them have started to root. So let me take one out and show you. You see there? There is that root right there. So this is ready to be plant it in your garden, put it in pots or wherever you want to grow this. And as you can see, the new smaller shoots are already start growing. So there's the root right there. So it only took 8 days. All they need is to be placed by a nice bright window, and my window gets a few hours of sun a day, and then afternoon they still get pretty nice bright light. So that's all you need to propagate these. Drying it is very easy. Just leave it in a bag, leave it somewhere nice and warm and dry, and the leaves will dry up and allow you to store that for a very long time. So let's go outside and take a look at the bush we cut down and see how much they have grown since the last 8 days. Okay, here is the sage bush that we cut down, and they are starting to make some nice comeback, producing a little bit more for us to use. So they're looking nice. So as you can see, don't be afraid to cut this. They will grow back and produce a lot more sage for you to use later. Anyway, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below, and thank you so much for watching.